Hey YouTube, here's a video review of a 2011 13-inch MacBook Pro. I want to make this review as honest as possible because honest reviews are the best ones. I wouldn't consider myself an all-out crazy Apple fanboy even though I do have a few of their products. I do recognize that other companies do make very nice products, but this is one of the great ones from Apple. I have actually had this for about 3 weeks, and I wanted to wait a little while to get used to it because this is my first Mac, and I I find the unboxings not to be very helpful, so I just wanted to do a kind of an overall review of this Mac. Um, it is a great laptop. I haven't had any problems with it so far. I love the design. This aluminum unibody is very durable and very nice looking. I do have a clear case on it right now by Speck, and it has protected my MacBook very well. I haven't had any problems with the case. People say that these hard cases for these computers, the cases like to scratch the laptop itself, but if you if you wipe down the case and the laptop, I would probably every 2 weeks to a month, you won't have any problems with it because I haven't had any problems with it, and I've been doing that. So now for the basic layout of the Mac. On the left side, you have the MagSafe power adapter, the Ethernet port, the FireWire port, the new Thunderbolt that's new to 2011 MacBook Pros. It is developed by Intel, and it has super fast transfer rates both in and out. And this is also the mini display port, so you're not losing that. You have two USB 2.0 ports, an SD card slot, an audio in and out port, and then a battery indicator, which is a button you press, just like that. Move around to the front. There's nothing really much on the front. You got the latch, you got the sleep light that goes on and off, and then you have like an infrared sensor that senses when there's light changes in the room, and it can turn on and off the backlit keyboard. On the left side, you have the Kensington lock, and then you have the 8x super drive, read-write, just your basic DVD, CD drive. Nothing really special. And then on the back, you just have the big black hinge. So I love the overall design of it. I know there isn't a lot of USB ports, but I haven't really. All I really need is two. I mean, I know people need a lot. Sometimes they need a lot more, but that's what USB splitters are for, where you plug it into one port and it turns into 4 USB ports. Let me open this up so I can show you what the rest of it is like. Okay, so like I said before, this is a 2011 13-inch MacBook Pro. It has the 2.3 gigahertz Intel Core i5 second generation processor, which is a major improvement over the 2010 models with the Core 2 Duo processor. Also with this new processor, you have a new graphics card. NVIDIA is no longer supplying the graphics card with this computer. Apple's dropped them. Instead of getting a dedicated graphics card, you get basically an integrated one by Intel HD Graphics 3000 with 384 megabytes of RAM for the graphics. Unfortunately, the 384 megabytes comes out of the RAM that is pre-installed into your computer, since it doesn't have its own dedicated source of RAM. speaking of RAM, this has mine has 4 gigabytes of DDR3 1333 megahertz RAM installed. It is upgradable to 8, but I would not recommend upgrading the RAM on Apple's website because they overcharge for it. You're better off going to a website like newegg.com or tigerdirect.com and buying RAM and then installing it yourself. There are 8 screws, I believe, on the bottom of this computer, which you can just unscrew and install the RAM yourself. And you'll save a lot of money. Now, the display I like. I know some people rave that it's not the greatest display, but I think it's pretty good. It's a 13.3-inch display, 1280 by 800. I know the MacBook Air has a higher resolution screen, but I don't see why they did not put that onto this MacBook Pro. Apple, I guess, just decided not to. This computer comes standard with a 320 gig hard drive that spins at 5400 RPM, which isn't that great of a hard drive, but it does the job. I ended up upgrading mine to the 500 gigabyte hard drive that spins at 5400 RPM, which is plenty fast for me, and I have plenty of room for all my files. I know they do have solid state options, but that wasn't within my price range. They're quite expensive. This computer has no problem downloading files, surfing the web. I was just doing some demanding software like iMovie, and it wasn't having any kind of problem with it because the RAM is a lot faster. Also with this computer, it does have exceptional battery life. It is close to the number that Apple claims, I believe. I think they say 7 hours, and if I'm conservative with screen brightness at half, I can probably get 6 to 7 hours of battery life on Wi-Fi surfing the web. Now, if you do more intensive applications like iMovie or things like that, your battery life will probably go down to 5 to 6 hours, but is still great battery life. This came pre-installed with Apple's OS X Lion, which is a great operating system. If you have OS X Snow Leopard, I would recommend paying the $30 to get Lion because I think it's a much better operating system. Also, before I forget, the trackpad, I believe it's a 4.3-inch diagonally trackpad. It is huge, and the multi-touch gestures are awesome on it. They work very well. It always registers whatever I'm doing. I don't have to do a gesture multiple times in order for it to pick up. I love the keyboard. It is an island-style keyboard. It is backlit, which is very nice because I've actually had to use it a few times. And overall, it is just a great computer. If you guys have any questions about this computer or want me to go into further detail on any of the specifications, you can just leave it in the comment box below. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this review because I have kept it as honest as possible. And like I said, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment box below. Thank you.